Well, morning, afternoon, or evening, everybody, diggers and everybody who watches. And thanks for watching and subscribing and liking and comments. I always say it, the comments have been brilliant again this week. We had loads of comments. I put up some rather, and we had 99 odd likes on that, and the subscribers is going up, and it's really good. And I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing. You might not. You might just think I'm a puddinghead. I probably am, but hey. Right, so back up in Somerset, having a little dig here, sort of dodging the rain. I did have just me shirt on. I haven't had to put a coat on because it's just rainstorms here, there, and everywhere. So we're gonna have a go and see what we find, and we'll see you on the first hole. Well, we're doing a little bit of research here. I got my mate just walking across over there somewhere. Don't want to give the game away, but we walked 3 words here. We had a rainman last week, and about 50 yards down was the next one, right on the line. So maybe, do you know, we were only just saying that's the only clue. We just done 2 what 3 words, and it just shows that it's in some sort of line. But is it in a circle? I've been going on about it on the last couple of clips that they could be here, here, here for hundreds of miles. But on this little 50-yard sort of here, it looks as though it's a bit coincidental to have it sort of one here and 150 yards out there. So we're going to give it a go. See how we get on. Well, there you go. Look, a bottle top, and I normally chuck them away, but when you can see something on them, what's that? Singleton and Coal Limited in Birmingham and Leeds, Liverpool and Shrewsbury. Big old company. Yeah. I'll have a look later, see what they done. I bet it's something to do with cow medicine or some sort of animal medicine. But yeah, it looks sort of 50s, 60s, late 60s, I reckon. Nice though. Anyway, let's go and find something that's worth finding-ish. So that a little bit older, but yeah, that's definitely medieval. Beehive thimble. I'm not even going to say I think, because I know I've had them. Beautiful, but shame we went in one piece, but it was falling apart. And I was trying to get that out of the hole. There's nothing else in there. I'll double check the area, but yeah, beehive thimble. Well, there's a little bit here. I think it could be. I'm always saying medieval, but you know that's where we're to over here. It's a bit like a belt slide. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Of course you know what I mean. Yeah, and we think it's old. It might not be that old, but it looks old, and it's a nice find. Yeah, beautiful. Well, I've just gone back on the pasture. It's just that mud. It's just something else. But anyway, I found a sort of a, that would have gone on a bit of leather or something, wouldn't it? It looks like a rivety type thing. Don't know. I thought it was a little shotty at first, but yeah, just a bit junk. And on to the next. Well, it's not quite what I was looking for, but it's 1964 sixpence. So that is about 62 years old or so. Don't know. But yeah, nice one, that. That'll do, won't it? And Lizzie on the back, that. There you go. 1964, 74, 84, 94, 104, 14, 24, 62. Yeah, nice. Well, it's only a button, but I always like to take or film the ones that are quite nice. And this one sort of always reminds me of Grandad's cardigan. Does that make sense? Or Grandma's cardigan. It's that sort of design. It's probably not even a button. It's probably a horse tack or something. Or yeah, I don't know. But that sort of design, if you get it. Yeah, lovely. This brings back a few memories, that. Even though it's probably 1800, 1850s. It's that same sort of design. Ah, there you go. Anyway, lovely. I'm moving on. Well, here's the second sixpence in so many blooming minutes. 1948, that one is. I do like digging them. There's no, I don't think there's any silver in that at all. It's all sort of copper and rubbish, but yeah, that'd been George VI on the back of there. Where is he? Excuse me. Yeah, there he is, Georgie boy, George VI. Lovely. And yeah, 2 sixpences in a row. Do you know, we all get fixated. I was just thinking to myself then, we get all fixated on hammered coins and all these lovely relics and all that lot. But I remember just, you know, just a couple of sort of years ago, I used to go out and detect and get, and I'm not saying I've overdone this site or anything like that, but I used to get loads of buckles and horse brasses and things like that. And just now, everybody, you know, just even me, I'm digging sort of, you know, more hammers and other bits and pieces and really nice stuff. It's nice actually, just to have no pressure and just have the basic stuff coming up, like sort of real detecting, so to speak. I don't know. Perhaps it's lost his way and everybody wants to see hammers and golds and, you know, bracelets and really nice stuff. But yeah, I still love the old bits and pieces. Just don't, you know, somebody's obviously dropped it, and that's that. Anyway, what a ramble. Well, we were just talking about hammer coins and how they mean the world to everybody. And I think we got one here. It looks odd though, but it's not. It's this, yeah, it's just definitely, yeah. Let me just, that's definitely an eddy, that, I think. And I'm going to clean it up a minute because I'm going to mess about with all that. That's going to deface it or whatever they call it, and people get upset and they tell you to stop rubbing this and rubbing that. Even though you've dug it and they haven't, you can't rub it. Anyway, Dino Detector will tell you all about that. Well, I've got it in the sun. Hopefully you can see it. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see it a little bit better. And we think it's a Canterbury mint, Canterbury. We can't see London on there, so we can see Civitas, but not London. But yeah, we don't know who the moneyer is. And that's about it really, but we think it's an Eddie Penny. I'll just switch it over. And there he is. Oops. What a funny looking chap. Lovely. Hammered. Well, on this one, look, I got it in the sun. There's not much on it. You can hardly see. But if you know your Romans, you'll know that that is what they call a minim. Very, very small coin. And if you find an M, you're not missing much. Let's try and zoom in a bit. Might get some off of it. But yeah, it's a Roman minim. So we just had a hammered and a Roman minim, which is good. And this one on the Manticore coming in at a 12. And I was saying not so long ago, you lot with the daises, there's a lot of you that sort of notch out stuff under 35. And I reckon on a dais, this would have come in at just under 35. So you've got to be a bit careful. But what do I know? What do I know? I've actually seen it happen where I've found a hammered and somebody's been notching out stuff under 35 and I found it on about a 5 or 6. So yeah, a Roman minim. Well, this is another nice little find. There's loads of these things about. I was watching some, I can't remember, Google Box the other night, and they had a witch with a cooking pot. And you could see these 3 sort of pot leg type things on the side. And I was chatting to one of your mates about it, and I thought, well, I always was under the understanding that the pot used to just sit on these and you just carry these things, but they wouldn't. They were actually fixed to the pot, and they probably snapped off. And there was 3 on a pot. They would have gone from here, packed it away, gone to the next place, got their pot out, and thought, oh, where's me pot leg? Anyway, I think that's how it works. Well, this is sort of the downside of detecting. I found that bit of ring over here the other day, that bit of silver. And I found this and I thought, oh, well, that's probably the other bit to it. But no, it's not. It's something, it looks like something off a sort of buckle or something like that. But as I said, that's a bit of detecting. It's a pain. You just can never ID stuff. I'd like to find what went with that. Well, it went with something, obviously. Anyway, moving on. Well, I don't know what this one is yet, because I haven't cleaned it up, but it's thin, really thin. And things that come out like that are usually copper hammers. So I don't know. Could be a farthing. Oh, I don't know. We'll have to clean it up, won't we? Obviously. Well, there you go, look. And I was kind of right. That is a copper hammered. Can you see the shield on there? There you go. I'll try and get it in the, if there is any sun. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Let's try and turn around this way a little bit. What way was it? Was it that way? Yeah, that's a coppered hammer. They're quite rare actually, because they normally disintegrate into a million bits or just go completely. But that, you can sort of see the shield on there. Oh, we're not looking for this sort of stuff, as I said earlier. It's just every now and again, bang, up it pops. Off you pop. And there's something on this side. Can't remember where I've seen it now. There's something on here. I think it's 16 something. If you pause it there and turn your telly upside down, you'll either break your telly or find out what the date is. But anyway, we're having a coppered hammered. Do you know, I'm just coming into one of these fields, which is sort of lumpy, bumpy. I don't never detect on it. I've probably gone over it once, and the grass is awful. It's right next to a road. It's just, yeah, I'm not going to give too much away here, but I can't tell you where I am. I'm in Somerset, obviously. I'll do a couple of live digs in here, but I just want to show you what I'm doing with the detector. So if you see that custom setting, the bottom ferris, I'm sort of trying to dig everything in that bottom ferris. I'm about 3 up there, and all the stuff on the top is the crap. So I sort of notch all that out. I'll go into my settings here just so you can see. I always have on about 24. I never use the earphones. I do if I'm on digs, obviously. You can hear what I'm digging open. I'm all terrain fast. Incidentally, with all these settings here, with the low conductors and the high conductors, you can mimic all your custom settings and put them across here as well. So you can sometimes notch out all the wires and stuff, and any sort of stuff that's coming in that you don't want to hear. You know, the bumping and the beeping and the pipes and all the rest of it. Noise cancel. I've noise cancelled in here, got it on 5. Ground balance, and I haven't messed with that. I don't mess with it unless the ground's dodgy. And when I say dodgy, just signals all over the place. They're not very good signals. I sort of play about with the ground balance just to see if I can get things better. My recovery speeds, I've got quite a quick swing. I always leave that on 6. Although they do say if you come down and go a lot lower and slower to the ground, you'll get more depth on 4, but I've never really messed with that. Discrimination pattern all metal. I'm on custom 3 at the minute. This is where we are with that. And the ferrous volume, I just like to hear that, so I've got that on 4. So I like to hear the iron. I've got 5 tones. Now the way I set these up, I don't have it as your tone regional. I have it 5 tones, so I can sort of hear the 5 tones, not up and down like a yo-yo. So you'll see here. So if you want to copy that, feel free. And then we go on to the audio theme as normal. And the profile's simple. If you have that rich, you'll get all sorts of crap. And there's some things I don't mess about with on here. And, you know, that's where I am. I don't ever... What is it? I don't even know what it's called. I hate the damn thing. It's a stabilizer. And I always put it on multi-IQ. So, yeah, that's my settings. You might turn around and say, well, they're crap settings. Well, or they're not for me. They're probably not. I don't know. But I dig some good stuff up, and those settings work for me. In the minute, the sensitivity is on about 25 because I'm finding I'm about 4 to 6 inches off the ground with this high grass. So I want to hear the sounds, you know, coming up. You get a little bit more depth, but usually I'm sort of running at 24. And if it's really noisy, I take it down as far as 18. And people say, oh, but you'll lose a lot of depth. You don't lose a lot. It's just a little bit.
But yeah, always noise cancel. And as I said, you can hear all that stuff on the bottom. There's been some good finds on that bottom ferris, but I do notch the very bottom out because I find that is junk. Anyway, let's go and find some treasure.
Well, there you go. Look, what about that for a piece of lead? I mean, I wouldn't even go so far to say it's a palm guard. It's bloody huge. And that was right down. I mean, I'm talking right down. It could have been a palm guard. Anyway, let's put that there a minute. Hello. And yeah, there's this buckle here. I think it's a bit of a buckle. Looks quite nice actually. Shame I couldn't find all of it, but yeah, bit of buckle. It's got a bit of silver to it, this one, but I don't think it's silver. But yeah, don't mind cleaning these things up or just rubbing them off. I mean, yes, it breaks, but it's a nice one, that. Well, here's another one here, look. I don't know if you know, is that horsey? Is it just farmer stuff? Is it old? Looks like it's been rubbing a lot here on this thing, so whether that done something or other, I don't know. It looks different. Could be new, could be old. Over to you. Something old, something new. Ding dong. Well, this is turning out pretty good actually. We've got a silver coin here, I think. Just see the edge of it here. If you see, I think it's a shilling. It's got a milled edge, look. That looks exciting. Yeah, look at that. Crikey. They don't come they don't come out much better than that. Look at the condition of that. 1 shilling, 1918. Is that just after the World War? So it would have been George VI on the back, but look at the condition of that. Ugh. That's a beauty. Somebody obviously missed that. I'll get some pictures of that. It's a great coin. Really, really nice. And you're going about your hammers and stuff, but that is just, that's a beauty. Bit bloody windy here as well. Sorry if you're getting all the wind, but it's worth it. Let's look at that. Beautiful. Well, this is an interesting one. I can't get anything off it at all. If you know what it is, or you can see what it is, let me know. There's something going on it. Try and get a real good close-up on it. There's a cross there. You see that cross? And there's something. Is that a token? Or is it another coppered hammered? But the other side ain't much up to much either. But I don't think it's a button. Look how... It's not a hammered because you see through the middle. But you're either short or long cross or whatever. But there's definitely stuff going on that. What do you think? Any ideas? You tell me. I'm not sure. Do you know, I'm right next to a wall here, and I don't know what the wall is. Let's see. And I've got a bit of a buckle here, and it doesn't look very old, to be honest. But it's nice when you think maybe someone was up here, sort of pointing it or something like that years ago. Bit of a buckle, maybe come off his braces or something. It don't look very old, but it's nice. Nevertheless, anyway, on to the next. Right, I'm going to need your help on this one. Apologies if there's any wind, but this is a button. I don't know how old it is. I don't know what that is on there. It's like a clock of some sort, but it's not. You can see the other side. It's definitely a button or something like that. Do you know? If you know, let me know. That'd be marvellous. Now look at this thing, look. Bloody bath plug. Last week I had a blimmin' electrical plug, and this is a bath plug.
Oh, I was only saying the other night, these showers and all that, like, you tend to not bother bathing anymore. Do you know that's a bath plug? It's got to be a bath plug, isn't it? Oh, I'm not going to waste any more time on that. Oh, well, here we go. I can see some more silver, and I've just done my outro prior to this dig. And I said, I only found one hammered, but I'm not going to change the outro now. It can stay like it. I just thought I'd come out for another 10 minutes until the sun goes down and see what goes on. But I reckon we got another hammered. What do you think? Right, I'm not taking any of that off, and I'm not taking any of this off. But what I am going to do is have a quick look, see if I can suss it out there. And I can't really. I can see it's something, but what? Is it? It's not a false alarm. It's definitely a hammered. Does that look weird? Is there something going on with that? Let's have a look. Let's clean it up. Okay. Well, it's a voided short cross, and it's either a John, Richard, or Henry, but you're not going to get much out of this one. He's gnawing at it. He's lucky we actually got him up. Else it'd have been gone forever. Gone forever. I thought it was a farm one at first, but no, it's a real deal. Should I put it back down the hole? No, let's not do that. Let's pick it up, put it in our pockets. But yeah, voided short cross, Henry, Richard, or John. Perfect. Hammered, and I'm not changing the outro.
A shout out to the winter, the dark nights are about, the wet and dreary mornings, dampens going out, there's snow, there's ice, some wind, rain that stops us in our tracks. The summer finds the road plowed ground, there's just no going back. When today's dark nights, wet ground and miserable is just a phase, we will be back, no doubt of that, as the summer seems a haze. But now...
Well, they sell this stuff all over the place. I think it's originally made in Bristol. But anyway, to cut a long story short, I think that is off the top of a miniature bottle of Harvey's Bristol Cream. And that's just about lovely. That sums Christmas up. Is it Christmas yet? No. Well, that was a bad clip. I don't know if anybody knows or could spot it, but that hammer we find them most weeks, and we're blessed. We're blessed. There's people that go out for years and not find one. I don't know what the answer is. You just got to keep going. But 16 hours that was to find that first one in that clip. It was the first and last one. Well, we did have the copper hammered, and we had the other couple of bits and pieces, but yeah, the detecting gods just don't give them away. You've got to work for them. And we were quite lucky. There's a lot of YouTubers. I watch a lot of YouTube myself. And they're just not putting clips up because they're finding nothing. It's really hard at the minute. I don't know why. I said in the summer I was waiting for the winter because it'd be nice and the ground would be conducting well. And yes, it is. And we are finding the lead and we are finding the tin. And when we're finding that sort of stuff, obviously we've never gone over that part before or bit of ground before because we wouldn't, it had been gone, it had been dug up and gone. But anyway, enough of this rambling on. Thanks to everybody that's watched and subscribed and liked and comments. The comments are really good. And thanks for Tom for sponsoring us, which is good. And if you're still looking for stuff for the kids for Christmas or even for yourself, go on to Tom's website. You can see it here. Use my code Andy10 and you'll get 10% off in capital letters, not lowercase. Anyway, thanks for watching and we'll see you on the next dig.
And it goes like this. We'll get your car.